Welcome to your weekly intuitive read with me, Crystal. Similar to that, pick a card, pick a stone. This week, pick a wing. The intention behind these reads are to better align you to that of higher self. Only when we're conscious, aware, and in alignment are we best able to make the viable options of pathways, opportunities, things that lay in front of us by connecting to that of intuition to make the right choice, not only for self, but all involved, to that of the highest good. So dude, please take your time. Look over the pictures. Find the wing that calls to you through your intuition. As always, I want to give my gratitude to everybody that's followed me, been a part of my journey. Welcome. If you're new, please like, share, and subscribe. Please let me know how these reads are helping you, if they're helping you, and if they resonate. I'm genuinely interested. And without any further ado, I have placed the timestamps below, and let's get to you guys this weekly read. To the group that chose the Turquoise Wing, I've laid your cards. I've been consulting with Spirit, and I'm trying to find a way to deliver this message. Coincidence or synchronicity? A dear friend of mine just sent a clip of a song that I had heard just like moments prior to. The song is that of Warrior People, which kind of correlates to this. Not so much, but kind of, as far as bringing on your warrior mentality. It feels a lot like it might be time for you to remember your power and take back the reins of your life. Whatever has been going on. Our underlining energy comes with the King of Pentacles, but he comes in reverse. Now upright, he's plentiful, he's bountiful, he takes care and provides for his kingdom because he knows there is an abundance. However, something seems to have come and knocked him off his throne. And immediately I'm feeling like this is mentality. And the face of the spread comes with the oracle, gratitude. A simple reminder that if we can shift our perception, and if we understand the universal laws, gratitude, giving thanks to what we do have, despite what may have been lost, the universe will come back and deliver tenfold. And I think that's exactly what's happening, or is acting as a challenging factor, if you will, because we have the Ace of Pentacles that crosses, saying that, yes, maybe all has been lost, but it doesn't mean it's the end of the road. You have an opportunity to create something new, something magnificent and wonderful. Or you can stay in victim mentality and grieve over this. Though I don't really see necessarily, oh, that's kind of interesting. Stay with me. Here we go. So what is this all about? Another clear indicator that something has been stripped from you, something that you have encompassed at one point is gone. Because we have the Nine of Pentacles, but it too comes in reverse. Upright, the Nine of Pentacles represents independence. Having enough to take care of one, and not necessarily, there's no need to be codependent. However, with it being in reverse, it signifies there's some codependency, there is some neediness, there is being left in the dark. It's very much Eric Blaine, who is with me, and maybe somebody needs to hear this, and it maybe maybe good for you if you need something. It sounds like somebody needs a little swift kick to their ass to remember that you've got this shit under control. Maybe go put on a motivational speech, which is funny because just this week he said motivation is fleeting. But what he's asking is that you remember that you can turn all this upright. You have an opportunity. And it starts with your perception. Embodying, asking, being grateful for what you have. I'm hearing it's not as bad as you're making it out to be. So underneath the underlying energy, comes with the Five of Pentacles, but in my head, mind's eye, I was thinking Five of Cups. Either way, it's out in the dark or else pondering over what's lost. But I feel like Eric's coming in and saying, no, not all is lost. In fact, if maybe you can look at it from a different perspective and see that what has been lost maybe didn't best serve you. The problem with the whole situation comes with the world in reverse. And I'm hearing, this is not going to be a good video for anybody that's looking to be like soft. This feels like somebody needs to be reminded that they have the power. The world in reverse. It's a cycle that's ready to come to complete, but it won't complete out if you keep on holding on to it. And he's coming in, I feel like I'm talking to a gentleman. It's like, man, you've got so much more going on for you. If you just open your eyes, let the past go. Oh. Don't you know everything's changing? If you did a reference check to back to the last 4 or 5 years, see how much you have accumulated. And while yes, you may say it's stripped, at one point you didn't realize, at one point you didn't have what you had before. Who's to say what the next month, 5 months, or even a year from now can hold? But it starts with the things that you do right now. What do you need to know more about? Four of Cups in reverse comes out. Now, Four of Cups upright speaks of that of apathy. Maybe depression, maybe a codependency. But with it reverse, I feel like Spirit's really asking you, when you take control of your own life and your own perception, can you, keep on hearing like a swift kick to the ass, by changing your outlook, by starting to be grateful for what you do have, you'll see there's more. Now, the original waiter, or the traditional tarot card of Four Cups usually has a hand holding a cup to a man that's usually in apathy and doesn't even know it exists. Spirit saying, again, like in reverse, if you change it, you are going to see that you have something tangible within your fingertips. You just gotta change your mentality. Realize everything is happening for you. And when you see it's happening for you, you'll reap the results. So the final card that it comes out with is the Queen of Cups. However, it came in reverse. And Spirit told me immediately, turn it upright. In correlation to that, as I sit with it, the Queen of Cups in reverse. She's emotional, she's needy, there is a codependency, there's a moderate energy about it. But with them asking me to put it upright, I feel like what they're saying is that you are more than capable and that they believe in you to do so, to turn it upright. By following your innate knowing, by trusting the guidance and the laws of the universe that will work in your favor. You just gotta utilize it better. By the thoughts and perception that you hold. This is I kind kind of struggled to get this reading out because Eric's come in and it's a stern. They believe in you so much and would like you to start believing in yourself and knowing that you have the power to turn everything upright. You can still have that independence. You can still have more than enough and still take care of your kingdom. You don't need to be in codependency and you don't need to have a lack mentality. As there's something being presented and ready for you to take the reins of. And start with what you have. Giving gratitude and trust and blessings. Thank yous. And watch it turn tenfold. This originally came out reversed. They believe in you. I believe in you. I've pulled a card from the Oracle of Angels, and it comes out with 7 of Harmony. Which I don't know if this is a very harmonic reading. I guess it is. It just depends on the person, right? Who needs to hear it. Your message. It is possible to experience harmony, even in the midst of the chaos. This is because harmony comes from within and is not dependent on external factors. Thank you. Choose to live more harmoniously today, embracing all that is without judgment. Take a moment to go within and connect with your inner sanctuary at the end, at the heart of your being, where harmony always abounds, and consciously chooses to bring some of that harmony with you everywhere you go. Affirmation: I center myself and create a protective bubble of love and light around me. Harmony is available to me at all times. And they're saying, I get it. So not only in your perception do you find gratitude, but you can find peace. It's creating that environment, changing the energies from victim to martyr to that of harmony and trust. You're more than capable of it. To the man, I think. More than capable of it, man. Women, this is for you too as well. However, that somebody needs to hear it kind of straightforward, it appears. I have so much love for you. If this resonates, please let me know in the comments below. As always, so much love. Best of luck for the following week. And as always, mwah, namaste. To the group that chose the blue wing, can I just tell you how much I love it when the cards come out and they make sense. But I've done the other 2 readings. I don't do them necessarily in order. I do them as they are called from Spirit. Got a piece of hair. And so you guys are the last reading. And the cards just fall out beautifully. I completely see the story. Our underlining energy comes with a hangman. Now I'm using my ViceVersa deck with this read. On this side is it's the beginning stage for the hangman. He hangs himself to gain a different perspective. However, for you, it came on this side. He spent all day, all night, months, who knows, days, hanging on that pole. What's interesting, this is your underlining energy. This is what's happening around you, right? You've seen the dark of night. We have a snake that has become grounded, but what caused more importantly is all the facades have been shattered as there's a mask that's laying and broken. You have gained clarity of all your past experiences up to this point. You, my friend, have now gained knowledge for where you're at. So I get goosebumps. The face of your spread comes with the Oracle card of Insight, number 42, referencing the third eye. It is seeing beyond the illusion, seeing things for what they are. Having the wisdom, have gone inside to do the insight, the internal, to understand thyself so you can understand the outside. You've done massive work, my friends. If you've been called to the blue wing, you've gained knowledge, wisdom, truths, universal truths, understanding, a newfound awareness and compassion. But that does not mean you've let yourself off the post just yet, right? The hangman in these cards, he's still hanging. He hasn't let himself down. Maybe there's one last go around as his life, right? This feels very karmically tied to lessons. The challenging factor comes with the Five of Swords. What's interesting? So Five of Swords, clear indication, right? It's that nobody's going to win other than one person, and one person will have to lose. It's not a game of competition. It's a game of domination. On this side, the man that dominates, the other one is hungover. He's been broken. He's lost. But you, my friend, with the challenging factor, came on this side. The same man that was on the ground has picked himself up and is now walking away. This man no longer has anybody to boast over. Who will he scream his victoriousness to? If there's nobody there to see, to witness, to hoover over. If somebody picks themselves up and walks away from the toxicity, right? This is a huge indicator. There's one thing we've learned about toxicity, people, like toxicity in anybody, in any kind of relationship, situation, you just don't feed it. What's the point? It becomes, the swords here become a burden. This is a challenging factor. Are you going to hang around now with a new insight, the new knowledge of observing, going internal? Will you hang around and feed? Or will you walk away? Now, this doesn't mean it's easy. It's actually a hard time. But what I think Spirit would like you to know, this is a beautiful reading. You have the Sun that is waiting and the Fool. Now, the Fool here, he's looking, there's the Sun, there's what he's going to go for. I think on this side, though, it's kind of dark. Who knows what lays below that cliff? Where the hell will he go? But there's a shooting star. Take a wish, take a jump. The future's bright. The Sun is like one of those miraculous cards that we can get. When I hear it's like the darkest right before the dawn. Your liberation, your new life is right here. Right here. What I think entraps you between this comes this, the Six of Swords. I'm excited for you, but I also come with compassion because I understand it wasn't easy. It's not been an easy road. This type of work is not easy. And going forward, you don't know where the hell you're going. Though you know in your heart, you can't go back. You just can't go back. You can't go back to that cave, right? There's a cave back here. You've been there. You've witnessed it. You've seen it. You know that there's something in the horizon beyond that which you can see. You know what lays in front of you. You know there's more beyond the horizon. You know what is right in front of you. What you've dealt with, where you've been. It's a leap of faith. Going forward into the unknown. Will there be brighter days? All you have is a star to to make a wish. The Spirit says, it's right there. It is right there, and it's going to be glorious. You've done the work. What you need to know, because this is a challenging factor, right? Have you made it through? Not yet. It's right here, but you're still in the midst of it. It's like that final, where's your cherry on top, right? Comes with the Nine of Swords. But on this side, he sees the dawn breaking. He sees the sun rising. He sees brighter days ahead of him. It's right there. He's looking beyond what keeps him encapsulated within his mind, being the prisoner of himself. I can only feel the worst of your work, the hardest of your work is done. What is next requires just movement. It requires your faith, and that's not easy, but you have earned the right to this. They're so proud of you. They're so proud. It feels like it's an opportunity for graduation, opportunity to raise into the divinity, to your next chapter. But what happens right before we make a breakthrough? What happens right as we are at our pinnacle? Who better than the devil to raise his head, beckoning you back in. Come play with me. We're not done. But you know, the devil never comes wearing his horns. He comes dressed like your heart's dream, a hope, the compassionate side, and this is how it lays in the spread. The people that have played parts in your story, you can't help but to hold love for them to some kind of degree, a closeness, because with them, with their part of your story, there had to be some intimacy, right? There had to be some bonds. That's the right word. Bonds. Right? And sometimes that's hard to break. Sometimes those are hard to leave behind. Sometimes they're hard to leave behind. And I think this is what the biggest warning for your week is. You've done the work. You've got the knowledge. You see through the facade, broken masks. You've connected. You know that if you stay, you give them fuel. If you walk away, well, those swords become more of a burden than something to boast about. Brighter days, but you just don't know where you're going. I think that's what scares you. I think that's what it's the devil showing up as all that you wished, hoping that there's change, but you already have the wisdom to know better. But that will give you an opportunity to backslide into what is comfortable and what is known, but you already know, leading you to the two big things that I think Spirit would like you to know. That leap of faith, we've heard your wish, is on its way. But in order to get it, you've got to move forward. I'm proud of you. This does not mean you're completely out of the night. It doesn't mean that you have made that full graduation yet. But if you've been called to this part, the blue wings, the hardest of it, the hardest part of the night is gone. The day is breaking. Better days lay ahead. I pulled an oracle card, but it's funny because the one that was underneath it beckoned to me too. So I'm going to read you two oracle cards before we close out this read. The one that came out was 35, that of initiation. Every stage in life is an initiation into a new, higher state of being. Through these constant progressive initiations, we gain access to the strengths that help us grow in love and wisdom. Welcome these evolutionary passages. See them as an opening that leads you to work on your innermost being so that you can be forever lifted up to the highest ideal. God. Affirmation. I am constantly being initiated into a higher state of awareness. And the other one that was underneath, and I feel drawn to read it for you guys because I think it's going to require strength for you to make this last move, is the strength card. It was underneath the deck, and I can't help. I want to read it for you. So if it resonates, take it as well. You have a vast reservoir of inner strength within you. Cast aside your doubts and feelings of insecurity, and trust that you have what it takes to be victorious in this situation. You may be feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of what is being asked of you. But you will be surprised. You will surprise yourself if you just trust and proceed confidently. An affirmation: I am strong enough to handle any challenge that comes my way. I believe in my strength and power. I have what it takes to succeed. And you really do. You've gone through some shit already. What is the last bit of strength to that of your initiation, to higher awareness, to your next level of life, where you say goodbye to the night and hello to the sun? I am absolutely, utterly moved by this read. I have so much love for you. Amazing work. Kudos. Please let me know if this resonates. Comment below, like, share. And as always, best of luck for the following week. And namaste. Mwah. To the group that chose the singed wings, I've laid your cards. And I've tried to go into meditation and consult with spirit. And they assure me they're going to help me as I read these cards, because I'm not getting, it's weird because it takes a brutal turn. So I'm not sure exactly where we're going with this, but let's find out. Our underlining energy comes with the King of Swords. I love this king, right? The swords represents our element, the air element. They're analytical, they're diplomatic, they're intelligent. He is also grounded as he's outside communing with nature. All these feathers from his shoulders to his wrist. He's in contact with spirit, close to spirit. Our King of Swords is a thinker. And he goes by probability mixed with a twinge of wisdom, finding the two balancing acts. The face of the spread comes with the thinking man. Very close relationship. The thinking man, he's got, feathers on his hat. He's looking into a grasp, like a handful of crystals. He's pondering something very valuable. That he has control of as it's in his hat grasp. The crossing energies, very similar to the way these two come out, very similar, come with two cards. And they too are very similar. We have the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. Both cards represent victory and celebration. These come in as challenging factors. Is it possible that he is contemplating on how to become victorious, how to make a scenario or situation work in his favor. So interesting. So take this if this is energy around you or that you are embodying. But I ask, what is this really going, what is this about? Like, what is really going on? And I see the Strength card. It comes in reverse. The Strength, when it's in reverse, it's plagued by doubt. It's plagued by fear and not recognizing one's own strength. And what happens when we are in a fear-induced state? It's hard to think. They're telling me, actually, it's hard to act in a place of compassion because you go into survival mode. And I don't wonder if you or the outside influence, whatever is around you, maybe getting too caught up in their head right now, being concerned about victory or celebration, and consumed by doubt, that we're not finding an equilibrium between that of heart compassion and empathy. And clarity of all involved, because the next cards that come out and what is actually wrong about what is like actually at stake here comes with two cards. And they both come in reverse. We have the Emperor in reverse. Not my favorite guy when he's in reverse. He's a dick. He's rigid. And very self-centered in that he encompasses like the Five of Swords. He encompasses some vindictive energy, egotistical. And it's clarified with the Ten of Cups, also in reverse. Which makes me feel like there is this masculine energy there's this masculine energy, whether this be you or somebody else in your environment, who is acting very controlling and dominant, and at the stake of losing the happiness, the family, the Ten of Cups. It's more than wish fulfillment. Oh my goodness, I'm having what is that? Be careful what you have and not to take advantage of it. Or those around you, to not take advantage. However this applies. But there's somebody taking advantage of a blessing at the stake of losing, at potentially losing, because there's fear and doubt. It's becoming very manipulative, it's very controlling, it's very predominant. And is at the sake of losing something very, very valuable. What Spirit comes in and wants you to know comes with the Moon in reverse. And I feel like this is a clear indicator of whoever this masculine energy is. Masculine can be both feminine or a man or a woman. We all carry the masculine and feminine energy. And if you're honest with yourself, you know where these energies apply, whether that's with you or surrounding circumstances. But this man, who is grounded, analytical, but also carries wisdom and has the birds, the angels, has guidance around him, is not following that intuitive pull, that intuitive brace, their core authenticity. I'm hearing it's not who you are. It's not who that they're not acting. This masculine energy is not acting nor embodying the grace, the wisdom, potentiality of all of that which is in his core nature, true nature. And is it possible that he's not acting in divine grace or guidance or even taking those intuitive hits because, oh God, now I'm looking at the crystals. He's gotten greedy for his own wants and desires. For the 10 of Cups, which is at jeopardy of being lost. By not coming center and listening to the intuition. Or coming to its attachment. The masculine energy has an attachment to what he deems to be very valuable at the sake of actually potentially losing it because of fear. And should this not come in alignment, and the final card comes with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's unfocused energy, right? It's acting hastily, it's immaturity, it's acting out of alignment. Abrasive, it's a childlike tantrum should they not get their way. But yeah, I'm telling you that this masculine energy that encompasses this read is not going to get their way at this rate. And it tells me that there's time to turn it around, because this is the challenging factor. At what stake will you wager that of being victorious and celebration? At celebration. Oh, that's some deep shit. It's interesting, because if this does not correlate with you and it correlates to an energy outside of you, there's not much to that I think you can do, right? Other than stand in your own integrity and remember your boundaries. Because people are going to only treat you as good as you set the bar. If this resonates with you and you're being honest and you recognize that maybe you're acting in a self-centered place based off of fear, trying to control a situation, it's time to, I would suggest going and studying the idea behind non-attachment, to be able to release and be okay with however it all plays out. And honoring and respecting other people's boundaries, needs, and desires. Because when it's pushed to the limits, guys, everybody only has so much limits. Has a limit before it's broke. Before they call it and throw in the towel. And there's only so much an individual, everybody has a breaking point. But it's at that, I feel like this reading is coming to a point where it's actually at a breaking point. The Oracle card that I pulled for you from the Oracle of Angels comes at a 3, which is divine guidance. Angels, angelic. There's my, all these wings. And it says comfort. Take comfort in the knowing that there is divine presence in your life, guiding you at all times. There is no need to fear. Trust in the guidance of your angelic helpers and surrender your worries to them. Know that everything will work out exactly how it's meant to, for the greater good. An affirmation. I release my fear, for a divine presence comforts me. In trust, I surrender myself to this presence. I let go of all worries and choose to relax. Well-being surrounds me, and I am comforted by the knowledge that I am never alone. Please let me know if this resonates and how it resonates. I'd be very interested. Admiration for who it resonates with that can take accountability so that you can turn around. And if you're dealing with somebody around you who is embodying this energy, remember to hold your boundaries. Remember to hold your value to the 10. And if that means that, I'm going to say, that means follow your internal guidance. I don't want to intervene on this. It's very similar to a reading. They're giving me a download from a long time ago. I'm going to have to see if I can find it and link it to the end of this video so you can see it. It was a long time ago. I vaguely remember it. Same energy. As always, I hope this reading helps for the week ahead. Remember, there's divine guidance to tune in to the authenticity, whether you are the playing factor or not. I feel like the angels have got you. The angels are here to support you. And it's a moment to lean into love and what love would do rather than fear. As always, please let me know how it resonates. Like, share. Best of luck for the following week. Namaste.